saw the exhaustion in my eyes, the slight tremor in my hands from too much coffee and not enough sleep. How long since you slept? He asked quietly. 3 hours. 5 days ago. Working? Yes. Eric's jaw tightened. He turned back to Maya. This man paid for this entire dinner, $3,000, while working shifts that would break most people. And you threw wine on him, called him nothing. I was just joking. You weren't joking. You were cruel. You've been cruel to him for years, haven't you? Maya's face went red. Eric, please. The wedding's off. The room exploded. Maya screamed. My mom started crying. My dad stood up, face purple with shock. Eric, wait. Maya grabbed his arm. You can't. It's just Jordan. He's nobody. He's always been nobody. Eric pulled his arm free. He's not nobody. You are. He looked at his ranger buddies. All of them had gone quiet, faces pale. They knew what the patch meant too. They'd served under people with that kind of clearance. They understood the implications. Let's go, Eric said to them. They stood, filed out, silent and respectful. Eric paused at my seat. His heels snapped together. Back straight, he saluted me. A crisp, perfect salute in the middle of Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, in front of 40 horrified witnesses. Staff Sergeant, he said formally. I apologize for my disrespect. It was inexcusable. It won't happen again. I returned the salute slowly, properly. At ease, Ranger. Eric dropped his hand, looked at me one more time. Thank you for your service, sir. Real service. Then he walked out. His friends followed. The private room erupted into chaos. Maya was sobbing. My mom was shouting. My dad was trying to calm everyone down. I stood there in my wine-stained uniform, watching the wreckage I'd accidentally created just by existing. One of Maya's friends, a woman I'd never met, approached me carefully. Is it true? She asked quietly. What he said about your job? I can't discuss my work, I said. She nodded. I'm sorry for what she did to you. You didn't deserve that. Thank you. I walked toward the door. My mom intercepted me. Jordan, wait. You can't just leave. We need to fix this. Maya's devastated. Her engagement is ruined. She ruined it herself. But you could. She grabbed my arm. You could talk to Eric. Explain that you didn't mean to. I didn't do anything, Mom. But your patch, your job. I could have what? Hidden better? Lied more? Let her keep humiliating me so her fiancé wouldn't figure out who I actually am? My mom's face crumpled. She's your sister. She threw wine on me. Called me nothing. In front of 40 people. And you told me to go clean up because I was embarrassing her. I didn't mean, yes, you did. I pulled my arm free and walked out. The parking lot was quiet. Cool May air. Stars barely visible through DC's light pollution. My phone started buzzing immediately. Maya, Mom, Dad, Maya again. I blocked all 3 numbers. Then I sat in my car, a 10-year-old Honda Accord, paid off, reliable, and let myself feel everything I'd been pushing down for years. The exhaustion, the resentment, the bone-deep loneliness of doing work that mattered while being treated like you didn't. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. I answered. Captain Reeves? A male voice. Calm, professional. Speaking. This is Eric Brennan. I just left your sister's engagement party. I didn't respond. I wanted to call and apologize properly, he continued. What I said about you, about your work, it was disrespectful and wrong. Maya told me you were in a support role, non-combat, desk work. I believed her because she's been saying it for so long I didn't question it. It's fine. It's not fine. I'm a staff sergeant in 3rd Ranger Battalion. I've been deployed 4 times. I know what task force operators do. I know what targeters do. You save lives. You prevent ambushes. You're the reason guys like me come home. His voice got quieter. Maya doesn't deserve you. Your parents don't either. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner. Thank you, I said. Can I ask you something? Sure. Why didn't you ever correct her? You could have shut her down years ago. I thought about it. Operational security, and I guess I hoped she'd figure it out on her own, that she'd eventually see me. I was wrong. Yeah, Eric said. You were. He paused. For what it's worth, the guys and I talked in the parking lot. We're all going to make some calls. Word spreads fast in the Ranger community. By tomorrow morning, everyone's going to know what Maya did. Nobody's going to want to date her. Nobody's going to trust her. You don't have to do that. I know, but she needs to understand what she destroyed. And maybe it'll teach her something. We hung up. I drove home in my wine-stained uniform, past the Pentagon, past the monuments lit up against the night sky, past all the people who had no idea what happened in the buildings they drove by every day. My apartment was small, 1 bedroom, Spartan. I didn't spend enough time there to bother decorating. I stripped off the uniform. The wine had set into the fabric. The dry cleaner would have to work magic to save it. I showered, let the hot water run until it went cold. Then I climbed into bed and slept for 14 hours straight. The fallout came in waves. Day 1, Maya called from 17 different numbers. I didn't answer any of them. She left voicemails, texts, emails. You ruined my life. Everyone's talking about me. Eric's friends are spreading rumors. Mom and Dad are so disappointed in you. I deleted them all. Day 2, my dad showed up at my apartment. I almost didn't answer the door. Son, he said when I finally opened it, we need to talk about what happened. No, we don't. Maya's devastated. The wedding's off. Her friends are abandoning her. She's getting messages from people calling her cruel, calling her a liar. You could fix this. How? Tell people it was a misunderstanding, that you're not really whatever Eric thought you were. I stared at him. You want me to lie about my job so Maya looks better? I want you to help your sister. I've been helping my sister for years. I'm done. Jordan, I sent you money for a car. You gave half of it to Maya for a birthday party. I've paid her rent, her credit cards, her emergencies. I paid for that dinner, $3,000, and she threw wine on me. My dad looked uncomfortable. She was drunk. She meant every word. And you let her. Mom let her. You both stood there and laughed while she humiliated me. We didn't know your job was important. You didn't ask. You never asked. You just assumed I was lying or exaggerating or pretending. He didn't have a response to that. You need to leave, I said. Your mother wants to talk to you. Tell Mom I said no. I closed the door. Day 3, Colonel Vance called me into her office. Reeves, sit. I sat. I got an interesting call this morning, she said, from a Staff Sergeant Eric Brennan, 3rd Ranger Battalion. He wanted to apologize for disrespecting a joint task force member at a family event. My stomach dropped. Ma'am, I can explain. She held up her hand. He also wanted to commend you. Said you handled an ugly situation with professionalism and restraint. Said if more operators had your discipline, the military would be better off. I didn't know what to say. He mentioned your sister threw wine on your dress uniform and called you worthless in front of of 40 people, including your parents. It was a personal matter, ma'am. It won't affect my work. I know it won't. You're one of the most reliable operators I have. But Reeves, you need to hear this. You don't owe your family access to your life if they don't respect you. Yes, ma'am. I mean it. This job is hard enough without people who claim to love you tearing you down. You're authorized to take 2 weeks leave, effective immediately. That's an order. Ma'am, I don't need— It's not a request. You're exhausted. You've been running on fumes for months.